GSL Season 2.
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the 2026 GSL Season 2 Round of 12 Group B broadcast. We have made it to the final series of the day. It's been a much shorter broadcast compared to last night, of course, a much more aggressive broadcast as well, as we already have our first player eliminated. It is a Solar in a turn of events here. In an upset, I would have said coming into this group, Classic was favored as number 1, Solar favored as number 2, but Solar, he's the first player out of the group, out of GSL. And Classic is still fighting for his life against GuMiho in the up-and-coming decider match. Let's go. Let us go. Classic is still heavily favored in this series, but hey, GuMiho was able to prove his mettle at least in TVZ. Once again, when it came to the previous series, Solar, he was I feel like Solar, he was having too much fun and messing around a little bit too much when he didn't need to. Solar, he was not playing standard. He went for 2-base All-In in game 1. He went for 2-base Muta in game 2. Again, these very specialized builds do allow for counterplay to hit quite hard, actually, and to be shut down and to be almost hard countered. GuMiho last game whipping out, going old school, going for an 8 racks, which is quote-unquote dead, right? Like 8 racks used to be very common, it used to be very meta last year. Nowadays you rarely see them, but there are these niche opportunities where you can showcase an 8 racks, and he completely shut Solar down in that last game. Again, builds in favor of GuMiho, and we'll see if he can redeem himself in this TVP. I will say that GuMiho did struggle quite hard against Down in the previous TVP. GuMiho did showcase some unique builds. I'm still thinking about game 1. We went for a very heavy Marauder style into what should have been a 2-base All-In. And we'll see if he has something else up his sleeve here against Classic. Oh boy. We'll see if GuMiho can cause another upset here, or if Classic will make it through. Again, it'd be an even crazy upset if Classic does not advance on in GSL. I would even say that last year, Classic, sorry, not last year, but last season, Classic underperformed. He did underperform. He got knocked out in the round of 8, whereas he was expected to be in the top 4. But let's go. Vitas are done. Vitas are done. Oh, let's go. Let's get that protein going. Oh my god. Again, GuMiho, he's getting swole, he's getting in form, getting in shape. Yeah, just chugging down some of that pre-workouts. Yeah, we know where he's going. We know. Haha. Time to hit the gym back right after this game, right after qualifying. True. As Vitas are done, game 1 is Winter Madness, game 2 Ruby Rock, in game 3 10,000 feet. When it comes to Vitas here, Classic standard Vitas, he gets rid of Tourmaline, gets rid of Mothership. Interesting that Classic gets rid of White Rabbits, but there's also reasoning for that as well when it comes to TVP. We'll get into it. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have this South Green Protoss player from a team Virtus Pro. It is a Classic. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player. We have the Red Terran. It is GuMiho. GuMiho. Let's go. Let us go, as we are going to be opening up here. GuMiho, he'll move out a little bit early with the... no, he gets spotted. Yeah, the SB moves out early on, looking to eBay block, I would imagine, but is spotted by the probe. Classic moves in and is here to delay. Oh, sorry, not an eBay block. Instead, it's going to be the quote-unquote proxy racks. Again, this is a fake proxy racks, essentially. It is not uncommon to hide the racks further back in the main, further back in the natural, or at your 3rd base location. Classic is aware of this, and he should be checking for the raxes. As GuMiho does open double gas. Ooh, double gas opener, faster factory, delayed CC out of GuMiho, and he wants to force an overreaction, and he already is. We see Classic scouting for the proxy with a 2nd probe. This is already doing damage. Basically, Classic has 1 extra worker that is not mining that otherwise should be mining. So some nice inadvertent damage being dealt here to Classic, as he's searching diligently here for the proxy. And even making a Zealot first as well. Oof. Yeah, Zealot first. He finds it. There we go. He does find it. Does confirm the lack of proxy. Is now aware. And again, the damage has been done. So nice cheeky start here to GuMiho. There's that factory on the high ground. If we go for a low ground CC, then Classic might be able to punish it. He's still making that Zealot, so he can still be aggressive across the map. We'll see. Popular video balloons? I believe balloons are like the cheering feature or the donation feature on Soup. I think they still are. I know they were for Africa. I think that's still the case here as a probe does go down. Nice pick off here by GuMiho. Catching out 2 probes and moving out across the map. Classic does move out. And the Reaper does spot the Zealots. So nice pick up here. GuMiho, he will shut down the probes. He shuts down the Reaper. So far, a strong start for GuMiho. This will delay the command center, so thankfully there again is some damage being dealt here by Classic, but not much. We have the adept follow-up. Army's in position. Classic has to get the hell out of here. He has to pull away. And it is going to be that Twilight Council follow-up. So standard follow-up here at a Classic. But again, it's been a shaky early game. Has been shaky. Now, typically when you invest this heavily into Reaper Hellion, the goal here is economic damage. The goal would be to bypass the units of Classic, get into the mineral line, and wreak havoc. Roast up those probes. He's going for it, and Classic, he will miss this. Oh, he does spot it. Okay, does spot it towards the end. They spot each other. Classic, did he? The Stalker did see it, but did he? As he gets in, yeah, he does get in. Classic's out of position. You can see him F2 back home. Massive pickups here, losing 3-4 probes. Yeah, this is getting out of hand. He gets into the main base. Classic is panicking. What does he do with the army? What does he do? As he will even lose a Stalker. Yeah, Stalker goes down. GuMiho, he could have gone into the main. Honestly, he could have gone into the main base. We're missing damage here. GuMiho, have some confidence. He could have gone in. I mean, still getting damage done, but could have been so much more. At the same time, the mine's already... Oh my god, massive connections. Classic, shaking his head on cams there. Both Stalkers go down. Across the map, Stalkers do warp in, but GuMiho could have dealt game-ending damage. If he had had the confidence to go into the main mineral line, he would have killed so many probes, but he just didn't know. He just didn't know. Again, he wasn't feeling too confident in going further in. He was like, this is good damage. I don't want to take any more chances, and... in the end, Classic does take damage, but and GuMiho is ahead. Could have been more, but still GuMiho is in a good position. GuMiho is in a good position here. He's ahead in workers, ahead in army. Now moving out with his mine drop. Yeah, you can see Classic. You can see hand off the keyboard for a moment there. He knows that it's just a rough start. It's a rough game for Classic. It's not looking good. Mine drop comes in. Ooh, does kill the first Widow Mine, thankfully. Second Widow Mine into the main base. Gets a full scout, confirming the Twilight Council. Once again, does focus on the no, oh no, Classic, that should not have happened. Oh no, I mean, you can see, Classic knows. That's game ending. As game ending damage, that should never have happened. 13 probe kills. The stars are aligning for GuMiho here. And yeah, you can see Classic is very frustrated on cams. I mean, for good reason. Like, that's... I mean, yeah. Now, there's still a chance, of course. There's always, like, a slither of hope here that maybe GuMiho messes up, and maybe GuMiho, because he's out of practice, maybe he nerves get to him and he starts making mistakes. But at this point of the game, that's what Classic is hoping for. You can see here, that Hail Mary play. What do we say, Pappy? When behind Dark Shrine. I don't know if you noticed, well, in the production tab, Dark Shrine is in production. It's the one hope here. You can see Classic, he's all over the place, like on the camera. He's it's all he's got. But there's a safety turret. No, there's a safety turret here by GuMiho. He is so secure. Safety turret at the natural. Tanks are in position. Classic, he blinks into tank range. Oh my god, massive tank shots. Oh god. It's all falling apart, Pappy. And again, Classic, the only chance he has is that GuMiho makes mistakes. And so far, he's not making mistakes. GG gets called, and GuMiho takes game number 1. Whew. Oh, but chug that pre-workout, Pappy. He's working out. He's flexing on us. Look at him go. It's like, Solar who? Classic what? It's like, I haven't played StarCraft in so long. I don't know these people. Let's go. GuMiho. Especially because of the talent, because of the wristband, like he's got the full gym setup back. Gonna go do legs right after this. Damn. GuMiho. Does he upset? Does he take the 2-0? I mean, again, so running it back and talking about the game itself, it was just a really unlucky start for Classic. So when it came to the game itself, remember, GuMiho, he faked Classic out, so GuMiho had a lead early on due to the fake proxy Rex. Classic, he lost his first Zealot, and if you recall, it all snowballed out of control when Classic missed the Reaper Hellion. When he missed the Reaper Hellion, that was already critical damage. We spoke about how GuMiho could have just ended the game then and there, but he was already just getting ahead from that move out as Classic missed the army. The Stalker spotted the move out, but he himself didn't really register that. He didn't quite notice it himself. And then we had the mine drop, and that just ended the game. That just ended the game. And with that spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have Classic. In the bottom right, we have GuMiho. So just very unfortunate initial builds for Classic. And unfortunate scouting as well. Again, Classic, he's favored. He's top 2 Protoss in the world. He was meant to have been out, been through first in the group here, but now struggling in the decider match. Do we get an ace match, or does GuMiho close it out? For now, standard opener. For now, racks expand. Standard opener out of GuMiho. No cheeky proxy, no cheeky racks. Just like against Zaun, he is going for his racks further back next to the gas geyser. The goal here is again just to try to force an overreaction, but Classic confirmed pretty early on. I guess the other upside is that we get to keep the racks protected against like an early proxy. But overall, we're just opening up. Likewise, single gas opener here out of GuMiho. The Classic does confirm, so he knows it's an economic build. Welcome to Ruby Rock. Now, here on Ruby Rock, this map does favor 2 base all-ins. And honestly, I want to see GuMiho do the same Marauder build he did in game 1 against Zaun. Do it here, but this time commit into a 2 base all-in. That's what I would love to see here, but we'll keep an eye on GuMiho. Meanwhile, for Classic, we go to lock in, right? Like, GuMiho didn't do anything special last game. Remember, the Stalker saw the Reaper Hellion. Like, he saw it. Classic just didn't notice on the minimap. Likewise, Classic, he didn't react in time against the Widowmine drop either. So far, it is the reactions of Classic that are failing him in this series. You know what it is? It's the pre-workout. It's like... Classic, he needs to take a swig. I don't know if you noticed, but in previous GSL matches, Classic, he has been sipping on whiskey. Not today, though. We're missing it. Helps take the edge off, but we're lacking that in this series. I mean, I'm assuming it's whiskey. It could be like bourbon or something like that. Something of that nature. As from here, we are getting to our own 1-1-1 proxy starport out of GuMiho. With this, the goal should be for a Hellion drop. Should be a Hellion drop into the mineral line to wreak havoc. And so far he has 2 Hellions. Oh, it doesn't get up to 4. Wait, what? Usually it's 4, as you can then start one-shotting workers, but this is a little bit more chaotic here. He's going to be dropping with Hellions, yes, but with a mixture of units of Hellion, Reaper, Marine, Marauder. It's a bit of a Frankenstein drop here out of GuMiho. Has potential, but more unorthodox, for sure. Much more unorthodox. Boosting into the mineral line. We'll see how quickly Classic reacts. As you mentioned previously, Classic's reactions have been lacking so far this series. Drops in. Yeah, does drop in. Sorg's in position. GuMiho does pick up. Does drop towards the natural. It rotates over. The natural base is more exposed. There's a battery though, and Classic should defend. Yeah, Classic is fine. Oof, Hellion goes down. So far, lost mine time, but no major losses. And no major damage here, and GuMiho is forced out. Okay, so far, nice defensive by Classic. He's had the cleanest early game so far out of this series. Much cleaner early game. GuMiho at least preserves the army, and behind this, oh, do you see what I see? I see a 3-1-1 setup with delayed starport production. This feels like an early sim timing. GuMiho setting up for the early timing. Meanwhile, Classic is going for a delayed third. Interesting. So very late third base for Classic. You can see he's going for early charge and early storm, early Temple Archives. If GuMiho goes for a 2-base all-in, Classic's going to be ready for it. Because of Classic's build, Storm will be done in time for said 2-base all-in. So Classic is forcing a longer game out of GuMiho, and GuMiho so far doesn't know. He doesn't know that the third is as late as it is. So if GuMiho blindly commits into a 2-base all-in, then he's going to run into storms. So I'm very concerned for GuMiho. Technically, an all-in could still work against this kind of build, but I mean, Classic, it's designed to shut down all-ins. Massive tank shot. Here comes the Unsiege. Can GuMiho hit pre-storm? As he moves out, Classic moves in. Does hit the main. Classic, he can always recall. GuMiho, he commits. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing here. And GuMiho, he will hit pre-storm. Classic, I'm sure he notices. He's like, where are you? What's going on? Get ready back at home. We need warpins. We need batteries. There we go. Batteries are being thrown down. High tempo are amassing. And the weak condition for Classic is buy time for storm. Just buy time for storm. And Classic will defend. He needs a couple of seconds. You can see here, 10 seconds. 10 seconds away. And GuMiho, I mean, how can he push into this? He's going to try. Oh, there's the first storm. Yeah, first storm connects. Oh my god, GuMiho mouth agape, Pappy. Oh my god. He's like, storm is crazy. What's going on? Why is it done? Yeah, Zell's taking it in. Nice pre-split against the storms. Yeah, very nice pre-split here, but Zelsa getting into the bio army, getting into the tank, and Classic holds. Yeah, Classic, he does hold, he does defend, cleans up the tanks. I say that, the Marauder reinforcements do break through the Zealots at least. Oh, but cannot keep pushing. Yeah, he cannot keep pushing here. Stalkers are coming from behind. Nice juggling here with the Prism. And the all-in is failing. The all-in is failing. As you mentioned, Classic's build of choice is designed to shut down 2-base all-ins, just because Storm finishes just in time to defend. And Classic now claiming his third base, up in workers, getting ahead in economy. And things looking dire for GuMiho. Things are looking dire. So we can see GuMiho going for a second wave, a second all-in. Now, how many High Temple have warped in here? There's a chance that... no, Classic season. I was going to say, there's a chance that Classic, maybe he's too greedy as a follow-up, and he tries to be economic and tries to get further ahead. He gets caught out, but he saw the push. Right? He saw the push. He's got Templar ready in the main. He's ready. Oof, massive storm once again. Storm lands. Oh god, the second storm. Yeah, Marines, they just melt. They melt against the storm, and we don't have a third storm. Okay. But GuMiho cannot keep pushing. The army's just so battered and so bruised. GuMiho is forced out. And again, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Classic. As Classic has the better economy, building up the higher tech army. Now, GuMiho did preserve his tanks at least, and here come the boys once again. Yeah, here comes the boys. Here comes wave 3. The third round, the third wave. As GuMiho pushes, Classic gets into the mineral line. Again, either GuMiho kills Classic or dies trying, and the question becomes, we have 6 High Templar. Oh my god. There is 6 Templar waiting. Now, if we can somehow bait out the storms early or snipe the High Templar, then maybe. There's the first storm, desynconnection. There's a second storm. There's going to be at least 4 more storms left. Liberation has arrived. Oh, it does tank a storm. Oh god. Yeah, 2 storms, but hey, a big chunk of bio goes down in the process. Has at least 2 more storms available. I mean, I'm liking the use of liberation zones, and here comes the army. He commits. Yeah, he does go for the dive. GuMiho force the kite back behind the tanks. And Liberators, they try to hold their own. They do connect. Oh my god, the Stalkers, they're going down. He's doing it. Classic overextends. No shot. He pushed into the liberation zones. He didn't have to. He did not have to push in. He could just wait for GuMiho to come to him, and GuMiho's doing it. He's doing it. Again, Classic just had to play it safe. Just play it slow. Would he push into the... Oh my god, that's a brutal storm. That's a crazy storm. The army's 1 storm away from going down. Look at how low the Marauders are. They're so low. Immortal rallies in. Immortal goes down. GuMiho is doing it. A little bit more un poquito más. Ah, god. Stalkers are coming from behind. GuMiho is ready for the flank. Immortals, they do dive in. He gets 1, he gets 2 tanks. Yeah, massive pickoffs. 2 tanks go down. There's 1 tank left. Oh, and with the surround, it's still very, very close here. Stalkers are falling. We have more rallies across the map. Overstimmed there by GuMiho. And Classic holds. Whew. That was so close. That was so close. If a couple of storms were worse, then maybe GuMiho pulls this off. Because again, his army was so very low from all the storms. Especially that final storm out from Classic. For a moment there, I was like, we just... Oh, another brutal storm. Yeah, GuMiho, he's transferring his bases over. It's very messy here. Yeah, very messy. I believe he was meant to float over his main, but he accidentally floated over his natural. Like, floating over the natural makes less sense. So that was a misclick. It was meant to be the main base. So again, GuMiho is making mistakes. Now is not the time. And the window is closed. At this point, the window has closed. GuMiho was close though. Like again, I could definitely see it happening. Again, if one of the storms just didn't connect as well as it did, then maybe. Jumps into the main, denies +2, not bad. Nice the upgrade, but oh, it was a full medevac for it. Oh god. Alright, double goes down. Oh my god, massive storm in the Marines. Yeah, you can see, again, GuMiho's bases are very messy here as he's panicking a little bit. His attention is being spread thin, so we have inefficient mining. Again, the main was meant to be the one that floated over, not the natural. That's why it's all messy. Drops into the main. Here come the storms. Nice pre-split this time from GuMiho. Oh, God, oh no, he goes back in. He goes back in. No, he goes back into the storms. Crazy damage. And this is going to be the final push here for GuMiho. As he bleeds out on 2 more medevacs. Does preserve a decent chunk of his army. Still long distance mining. Yeah, you can see GuMiho shaking his head. I wonder if he just hadn't noticed the mining that was going on. Maybe. At the same time, I understand GuMiho's frustrations because he was close. The reality, he was very close. He almost pulled off the upset then and there, this game. Casito, papi, casito. Despite the rough start as well, remember, like the initial 2-base all-in failed hard for GuMiho. But it was the third wave, if you remember. It was the second wave, like, dropped into the main, but the third wave that almost pulled it off when Classic overextended and overcommitted into Liberation and Siege Lines. That was the best fight that GuMiho could have hoped for. But just barely not enough. Now we have Colossi amassing 2 Colossus. Now it isn't just Storm, but now Colossus as well. At this point, Classic, you can just send it. You can just send it across. Ooh, massive storms. Yeah, the army just melts. Does get 1 Colossus. Just the 1. And GG. GG gets called with that classic. He'll survive the aggression, and we are going to the ace match. Whew. GG. GG, well played. We're going all the way to game 3. Oh god, classic, calm down. A little bit frazzled. It was an intense game. It was very, very intense. There it is. That's all we needed. Take the edge off. Take the edge off, Pappy. That's all we were missing. Whew. He's locked in. He's powered up. That's the classic equivalent of the pre-workout that GuMiho has been chugging. That's the equivalent. Take a swing. Let's go. Let us go. The final game here is going to be on 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet here. Very small map. Very small map. Short rush distance by ground. Aggression can be favored here. I would assume that Classic will blindly go for a safe build. I feel like we got to go for a safe build. Yo, how much do we have in the shaker, Pappy? Oh my god. It's endless. It's crazy. Whew. But here we go. Here we go. We're getting ready here for the third and final game of the series. The third and final game of the broadcast, actually. Remember, Downey's already in the round of 8, and now we're here to confirm. Will it be Classic? Will it be GuMiho to join him? Let's go. Let us go. As we have our ace match, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the South Green Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss for Virtus Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the South Green Terran player. It is GuMiho. Oh, GuMiho. Has Classic, it's his turn to spice things up again. After taking the edge off, it is time to proxy. Going for the proxy gateway here. Still technically on Classic's half of the map. It's not as committed here, but it is a way to keep the pressure up. It is a way to be aggressive early on, and a way to disrupt the early build of GuMiho. Assuming that GuMiho goes for the Rax expands. True. As the gateway has been thrown down, with this Classic, you'll be able to get a fast Zealot across the map, a very fast Zealot into a fast second gateway unit reinforcement, typically Adept or Stalker. But it's double gas opener. So GuMiho is going for a faster factory, going for a delayed CC, and there is a chance that he does get the CC on the high ground. There is a chance. So the gamba is real. And we'll see if Classic gambles correctly. Does he gamble well? As here we go. As here comes the first, now the second Zealot. We're banking up Zealots here, and again, we're hoping that GuMiho commits on the low ground. And now Reapers are amassing. Scouting the natural expansion. Does check behind the gas guys before moving out across the map. There it is, CC on the low ground. Ideally, Classic wants to avoid the first Reaper, slip in, and then force a cancel on the CC. Can he force that cancel? As Reaper gets across. It's going to be on Classic to use his worker micro here. The Nexus timing has been revealed. Now it is go time. Classic commits. Reaper's racing back home. He's racing back. And the command center will be delayed. So at least we will delay the command center. Stalker does hold his own against the Reaper. The Reaper getting quite low. Oh, can he catch up the Reaper? The second one. Barely not. Yeah, barely does not. Both Reapers get away. And GuMiho, he defends the main. He defends the main base, but again, will he be forced to cancel? He should be. Oh, he wants to fight for it. He's crazy. He's one of the boys. Yeah, boys are being pulled. Classy does try to commit. And in the end, he gets zoned away. Wow, very nice defense here by GuMiho. He does shut down both Zealots. He zones away the Stalkers. Minimal losses by GuMiho. Doesn't lose any SCVs. And GuMiho, he maintains the low ground. He expands. I would say a better start for GuMiho because he does catch out both Stalkers. Both Stalkers will go down. Massive Pickles. He wants another Stalker. He's going to get it as well. And then he can counterattack, and back at home there's nothing to defend. Okay, the Stalker does recall in time, but Classic's in trouble. As GuMiho, he has a choice to make. Does he go across the map? Does he stay at home to defend? Stays home. He does stay home. Staying in the tall grass. Behind this, getting a second Rex. Did go for the 1-1-1 follow-up into second Rex. Medevac is on the way for Widow Mine drop. Okay. Going for the mine drop. The game is continuing from here. As the game settles in, GuMiho is in a stronger position. I mean, I say that. Classic did devote quite heavily into trying to force a cancel, and he failed to do so. He lost a lot of Stalkers. The worker count is decent for Classic, but again, he did bleed out a lot of units here in the early game to try to break the natural base. Failed to do so. GuMiho's across the map. Uh-oh. GuMiho's across the map. Hellions low on HP. The Hellion will fall. Massive pickoff. Nothing at home to defend. Yeah, GuMiho, he does risk it all with the move outs, and he will lose all this mining time. Oof. Mining time is being lost. Reapers are deflected. GuMiho's in trouble. As GuMiho does fall behind. It's falling behind. At the same time, does Classic react in time? Jesus. As Widow Mine does give chase. So far, just getting one probe. Nice retargeting. Okay, one probe goes down. Two probes go down. Saves one of the mines. Stalkers, they commit into the tank, but with the mass repair, the tank should survive. Yeah, that was not worth it. Oh my god. Two Stalkers fall. And both Widow Mines escape. So, overall, nice harass by GuMiho. Very nice harass. He was able to stabilize economically. At least keep up in the worker counts. GuMiho pulls out. And Classic going to charge. Interesting. Yeah, charge follow-up still on 2 bases. Is that a Templar Archives? Yes. Okay, so same build 2 games in a row. No surprises here, but as a reminder, on Ruby Rock, we saw that Classic, he was trying to hard counter a 2-base all-in by going a fast Storm, and he was able to. Despite that, GuMiho's third wave of attack was very strong and almost still killed the Classic, but Classic's initial defense was solid, as it was Classic overextending later on, which did allow for GuMiho to overwhelm and almost win the game. Here it's very similar. Classic staying on 2 bases for a very long time, going to charge, going to gateways, going into the forge, and going into storm as well. So Classic's going for a very late third, and that means that Classic will fall behind in a macro game, but the assumption is that this is not a macro game, right? The assumption is that GuMiho is going to commit on 2 bases, which means Classic has the advantage. Assuming that GuMiho all-ins. As Classic does harass. Catching out, he will lose 2 probes actually across the map, okay. And does have to harass. Storm will be done in time. And GuMiho is waiting for Stim. Waiting for Stim, waiting to build up his army. Incorporating a handful of Marauders. And I still don't see a third CC for GuMiho. Here he comes. Does he pull the boys? Yeah, he does. Yeah, 2 base all-in. 2 base all-in out of GuMiho. He does commit. The Observer does spot the move outs. Classic is aware completely. Classic sees everything. And remember, Storm is now done. And here they come. Another tank shot. No, he does catch the tanks. 1 tank goes down. 2 tanks go down. And GuMiho falls apart. He falls apart completely here. The 3rd tank does barely survive. But that is a brutal start. The backbone of the army of the tanks. And now he's down to 1. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, the worst start imaginable here for GuMiho. Storms, they just dominate. As you mentioned, Classic was blindly countering an all-in, and GuMiho, he gave him what he wanted. He gave him the all-in. And here come more Storms. Oh my god. Yeah, Storm behind the army. Forcing him forward, warping it in the face of GuMiho. He warps in the face. Oh god. And Classic, he wants that tank. He wants the tank, he doesn't quite get it. But still a better fight for Classic. He still has another Storm. And GuMiho, he has nothing behind this. It's looking rough. He's running out of steam, running out of army. Again, we could have seen a 2-0 in favor of GuMiho. I'm still thinking about game 2. Game 2 was so close, but here Classic is all over GuMiho. I was more than ready for the all-in. This time Classic was proactive thanks to the Observer, of course. The Observer, even now, still sees the all-in continuing. The Observers, they see everything. Classic, he sees all, he knows all. He just has to play it safe. As he sees the rotation on the right-hand side. Once again, the Observer. Oh, gets spotted. Observer goes down. Classic is fully saturated on 2 bases. Full saturation. Here come all the boys from the main base and the natural. And this is the final push. The final moments here for GuMiho. This is his final chance. Either he kills Classic or he dies trying. And Classic hasn't been too greedy. How many storms? He has 6 high Templar. There's 2 storms, there's at least 4 left. At least 4 left. Ooh, nice mine shot. Prism goes down. And good start for GuMiho. As he goes back through the storm. Oh, good. Goes back and forth through the storms. The storms, they just keep coming. They just keep coming, Pappy. Oh, God. GuMiho's like, what the hell is this storm? Why is it lasting so long? I didn't play with this. We can see Classic coming in from behind, looking to surround. Another storm lands. There's a decent minefield, but these elves, they should trade well. Very nice mine connection. Oh my god, the mine shots are crazy. Mine shots, but despite that, it's still not going to be enough anyway. The tank del's finally full. Now it's just a bio army. Just Marines and Marauders. And with that, Classic is looking to snowball out of control to shut down the all-in and be the second player to make it through into the round of 8 out of Group B. As GuMiho is down to 29 SCVs, under 1 base saturation. we just keep pulling the boys, but keep going, keep going. Yeah. ¿Por qué no, papi? ¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no? Maria! As you can see, drops into the main base. He does shut down some of the production at least. Does force a reaction. Classic, is he ready at his 3rd? Is he ready for the split push? Do we have a storm? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, he is ready. The boys are waiting for their orders here. We got you. Where you want us? He was like, I don't know. I think so. When did you win the last game? True. The last game, Pat. That's Classic at this point, just bullying back the army. GuMiho cannot engage head on, not like this. Massive Archon shots. Oof. Marauders go down. Just trying to catch any kind of transferring workers or transferring army or any stray units. Oh my god. The storms. Oh no, he goes through the storms. GG gets called. GG gets called. I mean, the writing was on the wall for quite some time, and Classic will claim the series 2-1, advancing on into the round of 8. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, a very intense back and forth here. Surprising back and forth, to be honest. Oh, jeez, yeah, chug it down. One shot. GG, well played. Again, Classic will advance on in 2nd place into the round of 8, but I'll be honest, game 2 was very shaky. Game 2 was very close, very clutch, and we almost had GuMiho making it through 2-0. That would have been insane. But again, Classic, he barely was able to clutch it out, was able to hold on, land those storms in critical moments and critical times, and with that, survive the aggression. And Classic, despite being the favorite player, barely makes it through, and I believe we should have a winner's interview. I believe we're getting ready here for the women's interview. Big shout out to Maddox, of course, for translating for us, and I believe Staten Tasteless will be coming in. I can't wait to hear Tasteless ask what his plans are and what the expectations are for for the playoffs, for the round of 8, I should say. Classic, he'll say, I'm disappointed in my performance last season, being knocked out before the semis, and I'll try to make it through. Work hard.
All right, congratulations, Classic, on your second place finish here today in Group B. More than anything, I just want to ask you, how are you feeling? Because today it felt like you were really tested. There were a lot of ups and downs. Where do you feel about your position in the game right now? Do you feel confident? Do you think you'll be better in the round of 8?
일단 김도호 선수 진출 축하드리고요. 첫 번째 질문은 오늘 굉장히 좀 우여곡절이 많았는데 오늘 좀 경기에 대해서 좀 어떻게 평가하시고 그리고 8강에서는 좀 더 플레이에 대해서 좀 자신감이 있으실지 8강 올라가셔서 그게 좀 궁금하네요.
네, 일단 승자전에 끝부전에 약간 한 소리여서 좀 쉽게 올라가나 싶었는데 이렇게 힘들게 올라갈 줄 몰랐고요. 최종전에서도 고병재 선수가 올라왔길래 좀 수월하게 올라갈 수 있을 거라고 생각을 했는데 생각보다 너무 준비를 잘해와서 이렇게 힘들게 올라갈 줄 몰라서 지금 너무 힘드네요.
Yeah, I feel exhausted today because actually I was caught off guard by both Sound and GuMiho because when I saw when I was gonna play with Sound in a winners match, he's not good at PvP, so I would get an easy win. But actually, he made a brilliant plays that series, so that caught me off guard so much. And also, when the finals match is going to be against GuMiho, it's going to be an easy match also. But I think I underestimated him. He prepared a lot, so I think that was a really tough time for me.
Going into the round of 8, what are your goals for this season of GSL, and how far do you think you can go?
At this point, like, is Tasteless even asking the question, or did he like he just has a recording of the same line that he just plays every time? True.
이번 시즌에 좀 어떤 점을 더 좀 보완하거나 목표로 하실지 좀 궁금합니다.
일단 저번 시즌에 오프라인 무대를 못 간 게 너무 아쉬워서 목표는 4강 가서 오프라인 무대 가는 게 목표고요. 저번에 좀 상대가 준비해온 거에 제가 좀 대처를 못하면서 떨어지는 모습을 보여줬어가지고 이번에는 좀 저도 준비를 열심히 하고 상대 준비에 따라 좀 좋은 대처를 할 수 있도록 하는 게 제 목표입니다.
Yeah, last season it was a real bummer that I couldn't make to offline finals. So that being said, I'm pushing through I'm trying myself to push through the groups, and last time I didn't really counter the enemy builds and enemy preparations. So I'll be more trying myself to counter all those plays that the opponents might bring.
Thank you very much. Best of luck to you in the rest of the tournament.
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다. Thank you.
Disappointed with the questions from both State and Tasteless here this time. Honestly, so okay. This is the fan fiction time. If we were able to ask our own questions, first things first. For those that remember, and maybe State and Tasteless don't remember what happened last season, Classic coached down. Remember, he was coaching Zaun for Zaun's round of 8 group, and Zaun was giving a lot of credit to Classic for that as well. And if you remember, Zaun and Classic were really close in the behind-the-scenes videos that were being released as well. So I would have posed a question a little bit differently here, where State was like, wow, you got really tested and you almost didn't make it through. Like, how are you feeling right now? I'd have been like, yo, Classic, you took Zaun under your wing, Bab. You took him under your wing, you taught him everything you know, and now we got Zaun beating you. Like, how do you feel about that series versus Zaun? Do you regret helping him out? We heard that Trigger was helping out Zaun when it came to practice, things of that nature. Obviously, we knew that Classic underestimated. That was like the big sign of both series, was he had underestimated both GuMiho and Zaun, and it would have been a nice moment to have a bit of fun with it, just to break the ice and have him get into it. Here he was obviously very disappointed in his play, and we had some more generic answers as a result of that, but that, like, you can go into what we heard earlier as the next time, of course, we have next week's matches. Clem, what? I just realized, I know that Clem has longer hair now, but he's got his hair up. Like, he's got like a mullet going on. What's happening? Remember that I was like, what's going on? But yes, we do have our top 4 players here for Group A: Hero, Classic, Kira, and Clem. They're going to be facing off. Another question you can ask as well is specifically about the groups, just because we already knew the groups ahead of time. We already knew where players are going to be landing as well, so you can actually ask him about his upcoming players and upcoming matches. That's another kind of line of question you can go down if you don't want to be a little bit more fun with the question asked and posed. But regardless, here we go. We're getting into with that, we're wrapping up here for the day. We're going to be back, of course, this weekend with the RSL playoffs, and next week we'll be back with a GSL round of 8, so Group A and Group B. Bearing in mind as well that we are going to be actually hosting our own tournament tomorrow. When it comes to our weekly schedule, bam, let's quickly head on over here. We are live with the Sparkling Tunic Cup. Now, our weekly schedule is a little bit different this week. I was losing my voice. I was losing my voice a couple of days ago, and even now I'm not at 100%. That is why we did skip Pegasus Cup. That's why we had to cut the Kung Fu Cup stream short, and why we skipped Code for Giants Cup this tomorrow morning as well. Like, we have been missing a couple of broadcasts this week because even now, like, I was losing my voice on Tuesday, and we're taking a little bit easy until I can fully recover. So Code for Giants Cup we will not be hosting tomorrow morning, but we will be live with Tunic Cup tomorrow evening. The Tunic Cup will still go on, and of course we have RSL over the weekend and GSL rebroadcast on Saturday and Sunday. So still plenty of StarCraft going on, but we did end up removing a couple of morning casts just so I can try to rest my voice and to make sure it doesn't get worse, because I straight up lost my voice on Tuesday mid-stream casting Kung Fu Cup. If you want to watch the VOD is there, but it was game 2 between Bjorn and Hero, and halfway through the game you could hear, like, suddenly, like, I was just struggling hard. Like, I could barely speak, I could barely enunciate, and we had to end it early. We'll have to wrap up the Kung Fu Cup final stream another time, but yeah, we've been taking it a little bit easy as a result of that. Still casting every day, but now only once a day. We usually cast twice a day, but if you're curious as to why my voice was dying on Tuesday, it's because of GSL over the weekend. Like, the GSL cast on Sunday was very, very intense. The GSL finals, like, I was straining my voice during the GSL finals. I noticed it, and it all kind of hit me. It all just kind of culminated into what happened Tuesday morning. Oof. That's actually why we didn't cast the What Is TV Monday either. The What Is TV Monday cast Monday evening. Like, I could also tell that my voice was dying. So, like, I didn't cast What Is TV Monday evening, but you know, still didn't make it through Kung Fu Cup. So we're just trying to take it a little bit easier here with looking after ourselves. And with that, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with Tunic Cup, and then over the weekend with RSL. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. If you want to support the GSL, you can do so via Patreon, patreon.com/GSL. You can, of course, support the events. Bam, we actually have our supporters here before us. Beautiful. We have our Codes/Plus supporters on Soup, and soon to be our top patrons as well. I see Paradista even. I see Kronos as well. True. I see a lot of the regular Korean supporters. Do love to see it. I see Ghost Mech. Beautiful. I think that's Inu TV. I think he's a supporter as well. Hajin. As again, with that, we're going to be wrapping up. So take care of yourselves, enjoy yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow with Tunic Cup. Make sure you look after your voices, of course. Everyone out there, posture check as well. And again, shout out to GuMiho, by the way. He put on quite a show. Crazy show, Patrick. Crazy show. We'll see you guys next time.